Welcome back, everybody. It is Friday. We made it through the week. We're going to be talking about everything happening in traditional markets as well as the crypto markets with specific interest, always the Cosmos ecosystem. Before we jump into everything, guys, I just want to give a quick shout out to my mods. My mods are always here. It's Bren and Grits, as always. What's up, guys? How are you guys doing?
Morning.
I feel like it's a really slow morning today. Super slow. Although I was late. We were late. I was late. So I forgive people. It seems so slow.
Oh, my portfolio is up. Things must be up today.
Yeah. Really interesting day. So we're gonna give a little bit of time for everybody to kind of funnel in. So let's actually just between us three, because I don't really even see anybody in the chat, which is super weird. I'm wondering if it's even, is it on?
Yeah, there's people in the chat.
Okay, it must just be me. Hold on. Let me refresh this. I don't know, because I'm not seeing any. Okay, there we go. Must have been when I updated the thumbnail. Sorry, guys. Apologize. It was like, there's nobody here. Really awkward. Feels bad. What do you guys think about this price action?
I haven't even looked at because, I've been talking to mods all morning.
We're going to get into that. We're going to get into that as well. B, what do you think about this price action?
Well, I think I'm on the same page as Grits, where I really have just been,
Oh,
anytime I have, I'm just, I'm focusing on Maneki and the Discord, so I'm pretty I don't even know what's going on in the market.
Well, I'll tell you
it
guys.
looks pretty good.
I will tell you guys what I think. But before I do, guys, if you guys are new to the channel, please do us a favor. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that little bell notification. It helps us out tremendously. We are trying to do this the right way with the community from the ground up. So again, we need your guys' support in order for us to grow. And when you do support this channel, like and subscribe, it's not like you're just helping us, but you're also helping yourself, especially if you're a cosmonaut, because the more people that see these videos, the more exposure the Cosmos ecosystem gets, the more exposure crypto gets in general. And that means the more exposure your bag gets. So it's not like you're scratching just our back, you're scratching your back by being a good supported person. Hit that bell notification, hit that like and subscribe. It's doing everybody a favor. Tell your mama, tell your sister, tell your brother, tell your auntie, tell the guy at work that you want to smack sometimes for eating your yogurt or eating your sandwich. You know who you guys are, what I'm talking about. You guys know who it is. Just go up to Bob and just be like, Bob, we're going to have some words. Or we throwing hands outside, Bob. Stop eating it, or subscribe to the IBC Gang YouTube channel. I'll let it all be. With that being said, guys, also, let me give a quick shout out to everybody in chat. Rogonaut, Finn, Chad, Matt Miller, Brosco, Super Ultra 64. I love it. That reminds me of like, what was that? The Nintendo 64. It was like, I don't know why, but it just reminds me of it. I'm saying this wrong. Maiko Designs. What's going on? What's up, Peck? Ryu? What's up, everybody? Let's go ahead and jump on into things. Because we have some interesting price action. Like I was saying, like I was asking the fellas, it looks really good. To be honest with you, we're on the daily time frame. We're looking at the Dow Jones first. We're going to talk about traditional markets because we got to, right? Got to talk about traditional markets before we jump on into the crypto markets because we fundamentally need to know what's happening out there in the real world, aka real world, which is really weird when people say that. But right now, guys, like it's kind of, I don't know. I've been flipping back and forth all morning looking at the markets, and they have usually been starting off basically the same way that we're starting off right now. Right now, we're in the red just a smidget. The Dow is down 0.04%. It's basically it's in a neutral zone right now. We could flip that with a breath. So, like, I don't want to say we're totally down. Excuse me, guys. A little heads up. I have to actually keep this on off silent because I have my maids coming today. First world problems, right? I have my maids coming today, so I need to hear it. I don't want them to just be standing outside knocking on my door forever because I have my headphones on. So again, guys, I apologize if that keeps going off and you hear that. But right now, we have started off the same way, actually in a little better way than the previous days with the traditional markets, because when we opened up the past prior days, we were pretty much down 0.3% to 0.5% on all of the indexes. And then we carried back into the green and made a bullish move to the upside. I want to remind you guys, in the markets, we have options. Options close weekly. Excuse me. They close weekly. There's a bunch of different options. They close weekly primarily, and they close monthly. And then we have quarterly closes and then annual closes, right? right now we're on a weekly close. The first week of every month, like I've said before, is usually pretty smooth. It's not very turbulent because, everything is basically being reset. So usually when we make moves to the upside, it's going to be in the earlier parts of the month. And that is in any market that has options, right? It's usually all structured the same. So when we are into a new month like we are right now, being the 5th of this month, and we're in the first close for options of this month, and actually, I think, what did we say? We said it the other day, right? Like we're talking about quarters and stuff like that, like the third quarter. We're drawing it to a close, or at least we're kind of concluding it. We're getting to a point right now, like I've been saying with my theory of the overall markets, that late Q3, early Q4, things are going to start turning around. And lo and behold, it's been, I've been saying that for a long time. It looks like it's happening. Don't front run that though. Do not front run that. Like if you guys haven't already taken positions down here, and again, I know we're looking at the Dow Jones. This is an index, just like most of the charts that we look at on the traditional markets. If you haven't already taken positions down here, you're just basically buying resistance in the past. And that's not, in my humble opinion, a great place to be taking positions, like real heavy positions. Maybe if you're kind of like breakout traders or something like that. Maybe if you're kind of like a little bit okay with risk, that's maybe a good point. Because again, we're just coming back up here for the second touch on resistance to see if we break through that level on the charts. Again, we did it here before taking a slippery slide. And then again, we are back up here on the charts, basically past resistance, seeing if it treats us again like it did before maybe we come back down. We could just be ebbing and flowing though. Again, we've been doing that for about a month, a little over a month now. So the trend is your friend until it's not. Keep that in mind. We could just be ebbing and flowing long term, right? We could be doing something like this and just keep on trailing upwards, especially if my theory about the overall markets, traditional and crypto, are actually true. But then again, there is the possibility that we are looking at, again, a double top, right? Like that's still there. Like you can't dilute your like you can't stay in your bias circle or lane just because you're like riding on hopium. Like be aware, like take a look around and see some of the other things that are out there. This is still a warning thing for me too, right? Like we're at a critical level, and that's what I'm saying. Like we need to either break this and not make this a double top, because if we start coming down, the bears will be like, I told you so. This is a double top. We're coming back down to form that M pattern, right? And we don't want to do that. We want to shape a W pattern of sorts. So this could be the W pattern, right? Kind of janky there, but I'm just reaching. I'm being honest with you guys. But right now is the time to kind of like, if you haven't taken positions down here, if you haven't already taken profits down here, at least consider it. But again, if you're taking breakouts, like where you think like this is the time where we're going to break out of this current past resistance, make sure it's just a small feeler buy. It's like fly fishing. Nothing's going to wreck you. You have capital to reinforce your positions on the way down, right? It's one of those things. Kind of be a little bit conservative, but we're at a key level right now. Key level right now. If we can close in this position right now, which is still a bullish position, bullish form. We're sitting in bullish form right now for the Dow Jones and some of these other traditional charts. We have a really good chance to continue this move to the upside and break back up and kiss the 200 SMA on the daily. And then that's going to be our next level of resistance, guys. Again, the 200 SMA, don't kid yourself, has been coming down to meet us. So it's not like we're making these parabolic moves up and like retouching the rim or grabbing the rim like we can dunk or nothing like that. Like no. We brought it down to us. Price action is coming up to meet it. That's the realistic truth of it all. So we still need to, though, even with that realistic truth, come back up and retest the 200 SMA on the daily time frame. Just because we come back and hopefully retest the 200 SMA, if my theory is correct, does not mean that we're out of the woods just yet. We've seen it twice before. And again, if the trend is our friend until it's not, you got to be ready for that by taking profits on the way up, right? We've seen before the 200 SMA treat us as resistance through this past market cycle, past market structure. It is always ever changing. The markets are alive, so you got to be able to ebb and flow and be liquid with it as it moves. Again, it's not always the same situation, but you can at least take from the past situations in the past and construct a really good conservative game plan going forward so that you have a realistic expectation with your capital versus the things that you're investing into. So I just want to remind you guys, look right here. 200 SMA, yellow line, right? Yellow line, 200 SMA. We came up. Yes, we did come up above it, but ultimately it did not hold. We came back down. That's 1, 2, 3. When we tried to wick through it, didn't happen. Wick through it, didn't happen. Failed, came back down. So again, the trend is our friend until it's, ooh, hold on, wait a minute, screwed up my whole chart. The trend is our friend until it's not. Be ready for when we do, if we do break through this current level of resistance on the charts right here. If we can actually make that move and try to recapture this section on the charts for the Dow Jones, which is right around $33,900 to $34,000, expect a lot of volatility. Expect smart people to be taking profits right there like they did before on the 200 SMA. Daily time frame, right? Daily time frame. So again, guys, that's what I got right now. That's what I'm looking at as far as the Dow Jones on the upper section of the charts, Market Cipher A, which houses the candles. Again, what I'm looking for, like nobody wants to hear this, but I'm going to be honest, over a long period, right? I like to see ebbs and flows. I like to see things get back tested. So I would like for it to come back down, back test this maybe, and or again, it being Friday, us sitting in a bullish posture right now, break through our current level of resistance. If you guys are not going to be coming back down, sit here, thread, and then pop up and do it with conviction, and then travel back up to the 200 SMA where I can start taking more profits. That's what I would like to see short term. If it doesn't, right? If we ebb and flow, I ultimately wouldn't mind to see us back test, ping pong, and maybe come up here, ping pong a little bit more between previous support and or resistance. Look here. Previous support and or resistance, have the 200 SMA come down and meet us a little bit more, squeeze together, and then have us pop. That would lead us in, right, to the beginning of Q4, like I've been saying for a long, long time. Makes a lot of sense to me. Does it make a lot of sense to you guys? Ooh, I'm on a roll, baby. I'm on a roll. Not talking about like NFT projects and all. We could talk about that later, but I've been waiting to get back into what I do. I love it. Any questions at all though, guys?
Not yet. We're all just still greeting each other in the chat.
How you guys doing? Black Tornado. It's like a superhero name. Black Tornado is here in the chat. How are you doing? How you doing, my friend? Striker, what's going on? IBC Mafia. Serious, my brother. What's up, man? Juggy Joe. Absolutely love these names. What's up, Blau? Blau, when are you done with work, dude? You know you can always come and join us. Ivan, look at that, guys. I remembered. What's up, man? What is going on, my friend?
I just found the API for osmosis liquidity pools for your account to tell you the amount in the liquidity pools, but I don't know how to interpret the data yet.
Oh,
but that's cool.
What's up, Brahma? Are we all bullish on CMDX? We're going to talk about that in just a minute. I missed it. I was so tired, guys. I was so tired. The other night, I literally had to take me some...
yeah, I've been dealing with that all morning.
Some medicinals last night to go to sleep because the night prior, my youngest was just like, guys, I slept on the floor. I'm old. It doesn't work out well for me. I was feeling horrible.
Are you still feeling sick?
No, I feel a lot better. It was like, well, I still have like, I think I'm snoring or something. Like it's the weather change or something like that. I'm like breathing with my, like, you know, when you, I don't know if I'm doing it. Like my wife, I don't know. But like when you wake up and you had your mouth open, like the back of your throat's just like, ah. But coffee always makes it feel better. And I did end up, you know, being fine later. So yeah, it's, you know, I'm just complaining, guys. All about me, my problems. But yeah, we are going to talk about Rama CMDX in just a minute. I wanted to attend the space, but god dang it. That was pretty late for me and I was already crashed. Thank goodness.
I just chose not to because I felt like my input wasn't valid. Pretty much. I'm in the middle.
It's always valid. Your guys' voice always means if everybody just goes in there and goes, bullshit. Like
I'm hired at Cosmos Spaces, right? And Comdex. It's like, I don't know. I can't really.
Oh,
the only questions I really wanted to ask before were like developer questions to the persistence dev, but he wasn't there. So I was like, whatever.
Yeah. It's one of the, I get it. I appreciate it, Black Tornado. Man, I feel like every single time I say your name, though, I'm going to say it just like I'm saying a superhero name. Be ready for that. Frosco, what's up, man? We are going to talk about the castle as well, guys. What's up, Opal? We are going to talk about the castle. What's up, Finn? What's up, Name? What's up, everybody? Let's go ahead and keep moving, guys. If you guys don't have any questions at all about the DAO and what I just said, you know, we're going to move on real quickly though. Let's take a look at Market Cipher B. RSI's showing me a little bit indifference here. It does look like it's a little bit of rounding right here. So we could be taking a little bit of a breather in the morning time. Again, we could just close, even if we just close 0.5%, in the negative today, we're still in a bullish form for the traditional markets right now. Again, I want to show you guys that we did pop from the negative money flow, this red wave right here. That is the negative money flow selling pressure. We did curve. And I always tell you guys, I like to see curvature. I like to see curvature on the bottom of my butts of the of the anchor waves, right? Like I look at it like that. Like look at this lopsided butt right here. This tushy needs to do more squats, and this one was doing all the work before. It was compensating. It's the right side was compensating for the left side here, but it shows a lot of cushion right here, a lot of curvature, and we did come back into the positive money flow, which is that green wave, greenish yellow wave. I'm kind of colorblind, but right here you can see it being represented down here. So all good things, all good things. Finally, after how long has this been, by the way? After 55 days, 55 days of negative sell pressure. Ooh. All right, let's move on. NASDAQ down 0.55% right now. Guys, look at these sections on the charts. It's just so easy when you keep it simple. If you guys look at the sections on the charts that I'm showing you guys right here, let me actually make this look a little bit better. You can see that we got rejected on basically where I showed you guys the other day, right? I told you guys this was where the level of, I think it was the other day or the day before that. I told you guys this was on average the place of resistance. You don't have to be exact with the tops of the butts and all that stuff and the wicks and all that blah, 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 or the heads of the candle, I should say. Not the butts. I was talking about butts. I got all excited. The heads of the candles here. You can just take averages. I shared this line with you guys and got rejected right here. Okay, that's fine because we did have parabolic moves to the upside and right now we're just ebbing and flowing. I told you guys before, I would actually like to see us come back down and retest these sections. I told you guys when you actually make those really strong parabolic moves, more often than not, they do not hold up fully. They actually do come back down somewhat, and usually they do come back down with at least equal or somewhat equal energy that it rose. So when it moves that high up, I'm sorry guys, that's so loud. Is that really loud, Brent? Can you guys hear that? Blah, blah?
Oh yeah, I can hear it.
You can hear it? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I'm snacking it down though. Just so long as like I don't miss my maids coming to clean the house.
It sounds like the Windows sound almost.
It does sound like that. It sounds almost.
How come I don't hear anything?
I don't know.
Okay, so my headset and my microphone is scuffed. Okay, good.
But see, went off again. We just gotta cover it with something else.
It's pretty...
Is it really bad though?
No.
Okay.
Well, it irritates me, but
Here.
I'm picky.
Here, I'm gonna put it down.
I usually put everything on. Dude, I like hate sounds. Like,
yeah,
but I turn off all the notifications with everything. I will only do visual notifications and vibration because I just can't.
I'll just set it upright on silent
like,
so that
really,
I can see a notification pop up.
Like construction zones and stuff like that, they irritate the shit out of me. Just something bugs me so bad.
I put it on silent though. I put it on silent, guys. But again, guys, I told you guys to watch out for that. Again, we're just, we had a big move to the upside on the NASDAQ. So only makes, like, what am I trying to say? Makes sense, right? That we're going to actually come back down and have that ebb and flow. So not that bad. If we come back down here, we're just back testing previous rejection points, which is, a good thing for us to do with price action. We could come back down here, pop. We can come down here, just look at it, pop, and just ping pong between our current levels, which is still absolutely fine. Absolutely fine, right? Give time for the 200 SMA to come down further and meet with us, and then price action can just go sideways and maybe even just meet up and pinch that way. Again, the big parabolic moves, not always the best thing. Not always the best thing, but we do, again, still have some really key levels behind us, or below us, I should say, that we should be looking out for. Again, ultimate levels for anything to kind of get invalidated as far as the trend is we can't break this. If we break that, gets me worried, but ultimately we can actually just project this out because this is the ultimate 1, 2, 3 touches on the wicks. Let's just go ahead and pull that out like that. And just, like I said, whenever I have 2 or more touches that are still in play, I stretch it out, stretch Armstrong it, project it out, see what happens, right? See what else it lines up with in the future. And then you can count that as a really good level of support on your charts. As you guys can see here, though, I do want to point something out to you guys. It does look like we are getting yet again another red dot on Market Cipher B. So it does look like we're a little bit extended with support coming in, but we could also do, if we close, big thing with options, right? If we close in a bullish form again, we could do exactly what we did right here. Come back down, catch that momentum, pop back up. That's literally what we could be doing. It has been a long time for tech heavy stocks, especially. We looked at the Dow, which had like 55 plus days in a negative money flow. This is really, really important for crypto. Guys, we had tech heavy stocks, the US or the NASDAQ, the US 100. We've been in this negative money flow for 200 days before just recently, a couple of days ago, popping back into the positive money flow. So we need to see if we can hold ourselves within that positive money flow. And again, I showed you guys this again yesterday, just food for thought for you guys. When for tech heavy stocks, we, as you guys can see here, really easy, kind of hard to follow here, right? But really easily, you can see it being represented down here. When we do pop back into the positive money flow, we usually stick there much longer than we do in the negative money flow because it's tech, right? It's tech heavy stocks. It's innovating stuff. It's basically what the whole world runs on right now. It doesn't matter what stock you're in on the index fund, but it's basically, it's the future. So from when we had the internet boom, basically you can see it here. We've basically been in a very, very long bull run or bullish posture with the positive money flow coming in. Very rarely, squint your eyes. I don't know if you guys can see this any better. Squint your eyes. Look at this section right here. This is one of the longest time frames we've been in negative money flow for a long time. So we're at a critical point again where we need to see if we actually do keep positive money flow. And if we dip back into the negative money flow, maybe we do that just for a brief moment before, again, like I said, early Q4, we start turning things around. And then, we stay riding that wave, kind of like we did here. We have our ebbs and flows, but we stay vast majority up in the higher section of the mountain ranges that we make up here. So again, you can see it again. The valleys, right? The mountains overall versus the anchors. Look how many more mountains we have versus anchors. Is really easy. Just some easy food for thought, easy things to visualize for yourselves. Don't front anything though. Again, I just kind of want to point that out to you guys. Let's go on over to the Russell, which is the leading indicator for the traditional markets. Like I always tell you guys, the Russell is what I use to kind of give me a signal beforehand with the rest of the index funds in the traditional markets. So right now, the Dow is basically break even. It's at 0.01 up right now. The NASDAQ is still flirting with the 0.48% being down, but the Russell is actually up 0.54. Now, what the Russell is actually the index that makes up the smaller cap of stocks in the market, right? So like the bigger ones are in the NASDAQ, the smaller ones are going to be in the Russell. Again, we can kind of see the same thing happening right here with Market Cipher B. But yesterday, again, if we're using it as the indicator, right? Yesterday we had our red dot. In the NASDAQ, we're having that flash today. So like, right, we saw that yesterday. We're seeing it in the NASDAQ today. Just kind of an example of what I'm talking about, it being the Russell being the leading signal and what to expect with the rest of those index funds. So again, take a look at that. We had it yesterday, but it went flat after. Now it's actually looking like it's wanting to actually sustain itself in a bullish posture because it's up right now. So maybe we're doing that again with the NASDAQ. You guys following along? It's the NASDAQ is going to kind of copy in the delayed response what the Russell does. Usually, it doesn't always happen that way, but usually that's kind of what happens. But right now, again, you can see that we're getting rejected. You can see right now that we got a little bit rejected here, but let me kind of show you guys. If you guys can remember, we are just kind of ping-ponging, kind of smashing out that candle, right? Oops. And you can see that we basically, let me zoom in here. On today, we basically came back down, tested previous resistance that I charted out for you guys. We wicked immediately straight down to that. And now, like I said yesterday, if it doesn't do what I would realistically want it to do long-term, it could just carry on and do this and stay on the upper side of it, ping pong a little bit, and then break through and be on its way. You got to be ready for all kinds of different scenarios, right? Just because this is what I want it to do doesn't mean that it necessarily has to do that. It can just do it in a more hyper active kind of way. It can just smash out and just stay up there, which is still fine. I'll take it all day long, right? Like I'll take that all day long. But anyway, you guys get the gist. Let's go ahead and move on unless anybody has any questions. SPX right now still holding up. This actually is working out pretty well. on the charts. Again, we wicked down below that, but right now price action is right above this this white line that I shared with you guys yesterday, which is our current level of previous resistance, hopefully going to be treated as support. This is what I told you guys I would like to see it do. But again, if it doesn't, we could, like, realistically, easily, we could come back down here, get rejected, right? Get that double top, bounce off here, kind of stay here. We could do several different things. Guys. We could come all the way back down here, get to this part, or we can come down to these zones. I will put this in our Discord. Like I said, I do it every Monday and Friday, or will be doing it every Monday and Friday. So I'm not going to stick too long for the sake of the live stream explaining all of this stuff. If you guys want to see these zones, just come join us on our Discord. I think the link should work down below. If it's not, somebody, could you please, actually, let me see. Somebody tell me if the link down below is still working. We should have a custom link for Discord. It's just /IBC gang. You should be able to use it. Shouldn't go away. But if you guys have problems, just let us know. You guys can see all these zones right here. Let's move on over to Bitcoin. Bitcoin trading at 23,235. Wait, actually, I should ask. Anybody have any questions? Did I miss anything?
It doesn't look like it.
I'm gonna take this off.
Ryuk is saying, do you think BlackRock Coinbase thing put us back in the positive again?
I mean, no, I don't think that's the catalyst. I mean, I think that's like a good thing. Don't get me wrong. I think that's good for them. Sorry for the sniffles. But I don't think like that's the overall catalyst for everything. I was reading that yesterday, and it's like, yeah, that's cool, that's good, but like, you know what would be cool to see BlackRock and why do I always want to say Grayskull like He-Man? But I would like to see a spot Bitcoin ETF finally get pushed through. I know you guys are battling it. You guys are going to sue and stuff like that, and all these other funds that are putting it out there are definitely kind of posturing and saying that. But when it comes to like BlackRock or entities such as that, like, it would be really cool to see things of that nature develop forward. Like, there's, excuse me, I'm burping a lot. Guys, I'm burping a lot. I'm sorry. It's so unprofessional. But yeah, I don't know. Link works. Okay, I'm not going to read the chat. You guys just tell me. Obviously, the coffee is really good. Bitcoin trading at 23.2, basically. We're ebbing and flowing. Right now. We need to close, like I said before, for traditional markets. We need to close in a bullish form with the market. And I think if, come 4 o'clock Central Standard Time, if we can close above 23, even like high 22s, we're in a really good form. Like I said it the other day too, which was kind of funny. What was it again, guys? We were ebbing and flowing like 20%, 20-something percent up, and then we were coming down 15%. I think what it was. Let me see here. So we popped up from here, from that low. Yeah, 20%. Okay, 20, and then it was 15 down. And it's really funny. I don't know if this is the same here because that's like a dramatic. Yeah, 23%, right? And I think on the way down, guys, it was like, I'm just eyeballing it, like just about 15. That's 14.8. There's so many things that I take into account when I'm looking at the charts, guys. I average everything. I look at resistances, patterns, averages. This is 22.5. So again, we're in that low 20 zone for the moves upwards before we catch resistance and get a lot of selling pressure. Then we come back down to that 15% range. Again, this is 15.43. This move up was a lot more. It was pretty parabolic. So 27.87. That again, what happened with, I believe, right? Was that the 7 days ago? No, how long ago was that? When was the Fed meeting? That was when they said basically 75, right? Yeah. That was leading into all of that. And then we came back down. Look at that. Just about 15% again. And so we popped back up a little bit less, I think, this time. Oh, no, right about 20%. Look how it's playing out, right? So we move up 20%, we come down 15%. That seems to be the trend, right? Like on average, I'm just spitballing right now, throwing stuff against the wall. But right now we came down 9.29%. So we kind of broke the overall trend that we've been seeing for more than a month with the moves down. That's a good thing. That is a good thing. We still had our ebbs and flows. I do want to say though, just because we're creating a little bit of a green candle here doesn't mean that we can't come back down another, 4% to get close to that 15 before finally, let me see where that would be. From there, I'm just eyeballing, right? 15 would be right about, look at that. Let's just shy of that. It'd be basically right here on the charts. So again, this long support line, the average between the two, I have the short and the more sturdy, better support lines that we have here. We could find a lot of support right here. So again, we have a lot more places to find a lot more support, but the ultimate one would be right here, and we'd still be all good. I don't think we're necessarily going to come back down there, to be honest with you, but I'm just kind of giving you guys an example. If we keep the trend intact, which is moving 20% up, 15% down, realistically, if you're prepared, that would be the move, right? But it doesn't look like it wants to do that. It looks like it's kind of canceling out these 15% moves, and maybe we start doing, 10% moves. Maybe we do 15% moves up, 10% moves down. Again, you got to, right now, again, like I said, maybe not the time to take breakout trades or anything like that. You do you, boo. I can't tell you what to do, not financial advice. But again, it does look like we're kind of split in difference and trying to break the habits that we've had for Bitcoin over the past month or so, a little over a month. If everything fails though, if we don't actually get this, I do want to point out to you guys, same sections on the charts that I've been pointing out for a long, long time. I will put this in the Discord just to save time for the video and not keep rambling. But Market Cipher B, again, we had our red dot here, and we do look like we're kind of rounding, finding that bottom with the RSIs right now. Don't front about that because it could definitely do something like this and go down further. But it does look like it's fighting for position right here on the charts, and we are squeezing. Look at this. For the past week or so, we've been squeezing right here with that negative money flow, trying to get back up. So we're squeezing it out right here. That's the key moments. That's what we got to watch out for. These next couple of weeks are going to be the telltale sign for the rest of the markets, for the rest of this year on how we're going to end it. So yeah, any questions at all with Bitcoin?
So Tank, what do you think about a relief rally since we haven't really seen one yet? Don't you think it's a bit early to say we won't see possibly lower lows?
Guys, let me be real with you guys right now, okay? It's so funny when people say relief rallies. Let's be realistic about what rallies are. Okay? From this low, let's go from max pain to where we topped out. You got a 40% fucking move. I'm swearing again, I'm sorry. Is that not a rally? Did you not get some kind of relief? Or are the people asking about relief rallies the ones that are still holding on to the positions from the very freaking top? Because that would be a recovery, not a relief. Relief rally lets you breathe a little bit. It doesn't mean it tries to get you out of your horrible positions. It gives you time to breathe and maybe shake off a couple cooties. That's all that is. And it's only a relief rally if you were actively buying lower levels by DCAing. It doesn't matter if you're holding on all the way up here. You're still not in the position to sell in profits. So what is a relief?
So if you're talking about Bitcoin, sure, that's actually a massive move. But if you're looking at the total crypto market cap and we compare the relief rally to the one from the previous bear market in 2018, the total market cap almost actually doubled in that relief rally that we had there before seeing lower lows. So if history repeats itself, we should.
But it doesn't. History never repeats itself.
Well,
it rhymes.
Yeah, it rhymes. So if history rhymes, we should be seeing quite a big push up in total market cap.
It could.
Really haven't.
It could. Like I said, my theory again, still right. Like you guys got to remember too, like what we had in the previous run up is never going to happen again. Never. Like get it out of your head, guys. It's never going to happen again. It's never ever going to happen again. Let me remind you guys realistically. This was hyper-inflated stimulus money thrown out there to the masses. People had no business at all spending it in stocks and or investing or trading whatsoever. Okay. What was I forget what it was. What was it in when we went through the relief stimulus stuff? It was like what? 60%. Was it, what was the like the percent that was printed and in circulation of all time? It was massive, right? It was you're never going to get this again. So like when or even back then, because the markets they're totally freaking different. They're totally different right now. So when we're talking about like a relief rally, comparing this one to any one that we had in the past, you guys just need to stop that. Like everybody just needs to stop comparing what happened in the past, because the markets are not the same. They're not.
Well, people said the exact same thing at the top of this, like when we were going pretty strong in this bull run. People were saying, okay, maybe this time it's going to be different and we won't see insane lows. And look, we ended up seeing exact same insane lows like we did from the last bear market.
What was the, maybe you guys have it on there. What was the total move down from, wait, here, hold on. Maybe I can eyeball this. Let's just do this. I'm eyeballing it. 83%-ish, right? From that high back here, November 2017 to the low of the lows in November 18 is 83.55. I'm just speaking about Bitcoin. I know, like, it's really weird because like people, as an investor too, like, yes, you can, this is just my humble opinion and people might say I'm wrong or whatever, but like, yes, it's in a market and you have to have a good gauge of the overall body of the market, right? Like the market cap or whatever that you want to say. But you're invested specifically in each individual asset, right? So like, while I do give that a lot of mind in my strategies, I like to realistically take the time and value and compare individual assets and their movements within the body of the overall market. So like, I don't like people getting, I personally don't like people. I personally don't like getting caught up in comparing the overall market moves in that time. Cause like, again, how many now cryptos that were in that run before are not even around anymore?
Most of them, they're not around.
Yeah. So like again, I don't know. Anyway, you guys kind of get what I'm saying. Anyway, this is 83.58%. Let's go from, I'm just going to eyeball this again too. From the tippy top, I can't even see it because I got so much. I'm thinking that's there. This is for Bitcoin, 74.52. So, I mean, yeah, we still got a pretty good dip, but we didn't get the same as last time for Bitcoin. Like, right? I mean, I'm just eyeballing it too. There's a lot of room for error there. I'm just really like eyeballing it, not being specific just for Bitcoin. But I mean, if you did take out the total, what was the, I don't even want to do that because then it goes, I don't even want to entertain that whole, well, this was there and this was there. There was a whole lot of different situations and different coins in that time. And like the structure is just different. Like I try not to get into those black hole theories of like, or not black hole theories. Well, I guess they're like black hole theories of like, just because we had this in the past means we have to come close. You know, we absolutely do not. Absolutely do not. The market owes you no favors. We could do completely the opposite thing. And especially as the market matures, right? Especially as Bitcoin matures and crypto matures and stuff like that. I mean, ultimately, you don't see those. It's kind of like children, right? Like adults, human beings and stuff like that. Well, ideally, I think I know some stupid humans that act exactly like children and still have like sporadic moments and stuff that just go, what the hell are you doing? But ideally, right, like as you grow up, as you mature, you don't have those spazzy reactions or those outbursts and those like crazy moments and stuff like that. So we're getting to that point right now where we are finally getting into the topics of regulation. We're finally getting into, the governments are all across the world are in full force. They have us in their sights. Things are actually like, they're actually different this time. They really are. Sorry, I got a nose hair right here that's just still bugging the fire out of me. But yeah, I mean, I don't want to say that's just me. I could be wrong. Those people that say that stuff. There is some validity to the, to all of that. Like I always say, the markets don't necessarily repeat themselves, but rhyme, right? Like there's truth to all that stuff as well. But like for me, when you start doing that stuff, you start getting into really like black hole-ish kind of stuff where you don't know where the exit is all of a sudden anymore. You get so hyper focused and like blinders on your horse, like that it becomes more like a self-fulfilled prophecy for yourself and everybody else that dives into that kind of thing. So it's like I just don't like to entertain that all too much. I like to acknowledge it, but I don't entertain it all too much. But so like I know I think I saw Blau actually post, and I'm not calling you out for that, Blau, because I think again on his post, let me try to find it real quickly. That he reposted from somebody else that they think that the bottom realistically still could be there, and there's a lot of truth to this, right? Like this person was saying that this section on the charts right here is where we're going to ultimately end up, right? Because again, it's real simple. It's what I do: previous resistance, previous tops, real, like, you know, you could count here, right here. That's basically where we are on average. We just came back down here and hit that cycle high. But like realistically, if we're even sticking with what I always preach, this is a realistic thing. Like we could come back down here. And that's why I have limit orders reinforcing my position with more positions all the way down to $4,000. Even as I tell you guys all of this, I still entertain it and I'm prepared for it. But I wonder, like, where would be the catalyst for that move down there? Where is, like, you know, we saw a lot of them. I think a lot of people always argue like we haven't seen enough max pain. We just haven't. Is it because you guys are trying to self-fulfill your prophecies to get to where you realistically think is a good price point for you to enter? Because I think right now we've seen a lot of pain in the crypto market, a lot of pain in the crypto market. You cannot tell me that what we've seen for all these interest platforms, whether it be the decentralized variations of them or the centralized entities or whatnot, and, you know, everything in between, wasn't enough max pain. Like, I don't know. It's one of those discussions where I'm like always like, oh, by the way, just want to point this out to you guys. Adam's trending. Yeah, we already knew it, dude. We already knew. We're cosmonauts. We know.
What type of atom though? It might be something to do with like an atom bomb. Who knows?
Oh God, you stop bringing that juju over here, Ricky Bobby. Look, what first one that pops up is Maneki Cosmos. Atom everywhere. I think it's talking about crypto. But yeah, like, I don't know. I don't want to keep ranting about that. It is a good question, and I don't want to say that you're totally wrong, but I think, like, again, I've said it. I think we've may have already seen. In fact, I'm pretty sure that we've already seen the bottom. And if we come back down there, we could retest it again. That's fine. It would just be the start of a double bottom, which is the start of a W pattern. So like, I'm still, you know, and I've already taken profits in this, in my humble opinion, relief rally that we've had. This is a relief rally. Anybody that says, like, on Bitcoin or any of these assets, because again, you know, if you're in whatever those weird crappy assets, like, maybe it's not a relief rally for you, but I can go to any one of the ones that being cosmonauts that we absolutely love, right? Let's go to Atom right here. And like, in my total portfolio to where we are right now, that's a 91% move up. So on my Bitcoin holdings, I'm up almost 50%. On my Atom holdings, I'm up 91% from those bottoms when I was buying. On Secret's not going to be as much, right? But even on Secret, like, you got, it's all percentages, right? To the very top, if you took profits when it rallied, 68%. Juno, to where it's at right now, 133% for some of you guys. Hard because you don't have limit orders for a lot of these things, right? So like I don't know. Like, it's hard to, hell, you can even do ETH. ETH's in my portfolio too. I bought some of this down here. Boom. To where it's at right now, that's 87%. To where it topped out, that's 103%. The relief rallies work if you're actually working for relief. They don't work if you're just holding. If you're looking for a recovery rally, that's two different things. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I think definitions get skewed a lot of times, and expectations really get skewed. So I don't know. I'm ranting right now. I'm sorry, guys. I don't mean to rant. Yes, I do. I do mean to rant. That's like stuff that people need to actually get through their heads. You got to pick and like, and I'm not saying you do, you guys, whatever. You guys do you. You guys don't want to believe that, whatever. You guys do you. But like, again, they're very different things, and you got to learn how to use those kind of things, right? Like this rally up is a relief rally because I used it to relieve myself of some more pain that I felt, right? When all this was going down. Same thing for Bitcoin, same thing for everything else. For the total market, what is the ticker for the total market cap? What is it?
Oh, I have no idea. I don't use any of these.
What is the total market cap ticker, guys? What is it? Is it the total 1, total 3, total whatever it is? I used to have it on here. Do I still have it on here? Does anybody know? I used to have it up here. Yeah, I have a lot of stuff up here if you guys can see. Total Bitcoin and okay, this is the total market cap excluding Bitcoin. This is the total. What was the total one for?
It's Cryptoquant.
Is that what it is? Hold on. No. Or what? Guys, tell me what is it?
No, there's super delay on stream, so I'm not even sure what I'm looking at.
Yeah, I'm not looking at it. Does anybody know what it is? The total crypto
on trading
index?
view, it's Cryptoquant.
On trading, just crypto cap. Boom, boom.
Yeah.
Total 2 and total. That's what I didn't know if there was like one that like combines it all, because I know the total is Bitcoin and ETH, right? Or does that take in everything? Crypto market cap. Thank you. Separate words. Glassnode, is this it right here? No. USDT. What's the best one? Is there not like a USD? Blau knows it all. Should I use US? I should put this up there. This is a good thing to. I don't have this up here. And you need to. Oh, you need to go on. Oh, okay. Thank you. Duh. US. I guess we can just use USDT, right? Like, is it USDT? Total 2.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I know there's a delay, guys. I'm waiting to see the delay, and I'm sorry for everybody viewing. We're learning as we go, right? I used to use the total and total 2, but I didn't know if there was like a one that was an all-encompassing. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna click this one. Whatever. USDT dominance. I mean, USDT has been not crypto good. I don't know. You know what? I'm not gonna stick on this all too long. I will figure it out and have it for the later streams and whatnot, because I don't want to sit here and learn. I mean, I do want to sit here and learn with you guys, but not right now. But that is a good. I will look into that. And now you guys have me really, really curious. Total 2 is all, but okay, that's what I thought. Okay. I had it on here. I just showed it to you guys. Total, boom. Total. Or is that total 3? Total 2?
Blau said he sent you a screenshot on Discord.
I'll look at it later. I'm just going to try one more thing, and then if that's not it, then I'm just going to skedaddle into, Cosmos. Do I just still have to be on all? Damn it. Oh. Is this it? I think this is it. Total market cap. Boom. We're on the daily. Let me go weekly. Ooh, look at that pretty chart. I love it. So from this high, right? I just want to, I'm just curious now. I said I was going to do it, but now I'm curious. From this high, boom. I'm just eyeballing, guys. 87%, 87.83% from that high to that low, which is the lowest section. And then here, from this high to this low, 74. Yeah, so basically, like, yeah. I'll look into it later, Blau. Now you guys have me actually really, really curious to see the comparisons, and I guess I'll go down a little bit of that black hole. I don't like to, be honest with you. I really don't like to, but I will go down that black hole. I'm gonna move all those up later. Let's go into Adam. Adam kissed $11, guys. Adam kissed $11 earlier. Good. I mean, Bren, I said it the other day, right? I said it to you guys the other day. I just feel like something's going to pop here soon. A little bit too early. I don't know if this is going to sustain itself. We need to get above, obviously, like right here, you can see our previous rejection points on the daily time frame, right? It's about $11.39. That's what we need to get above right now. Let's see. Boom. Short immediate term is that line right there. That's the averages per se with previous rejection points. And then we got rejected here. So we still need to get rejected at 1150 basically. But like, again, I just want to point out to you guys, like, remember, this is why I project things out on my trend lines. Project them out, and we bounced right off that trend line, which was previous resistance, held up as support. Still too early to tell. We need to close in a bullish way for the whole entire markets, traditional and crypto, in order for us to really make that move and maybe make a run up to that 382. I absolutely love the 382. Realistically, though, if we actually, if we're talking about the VPVR, if we're actually talking about like price action and the length of time that it was there, like I do want to point something out to you guys. Look at this big gape. Whoops. This is better. Do it for me, stupid thing. Oh, I hate you sometimes. There you go. That's a good way. Okay. You see this jetting out section of the wall right here? That's the VPVR wall, right? I know this sucked. This was a slippery slide. And I'm not saying to you guys that we're just going to blast off like a rocket either. But I do want to point something out to you guys as well. Like, we took that slide really fast. Like, it was one of those theme park slides when you're in the water slide and they open the hole below and you just go. Which means there's not a lot of resistance right here. Realistic resistance right here for us to run into. This was all real fear. Like, this was super big emotional decisions being made right there. That was fear. People just running out. If we can even break through this section right here in our previous, when we do, we could realistically pop back up to the 382, maybe make a little bit of sideways action and pop back up to the 236 sideways action, and then be over and kissing the 200 SMA, because price action is going to come back down here and lead us into that. But like, what I'm trying to tell you guys is we are at a critical level right now, and especially for the Atom token with Atom 2.0, as they're calling it, and everything that's, in developments and in the works, shared security and all that. If all those things align for us in the cosmos, with the stars in the cosmos, we realistically, guys, can pop back up to our $20, $25 price point, which again is right here where we were before, really quickly. Really, again, let me see this big gaping section right here. We're coming up to it right now. And we have a big gaping section. So it works the same way in reverse, guys. When you're falling and you don't have any support, you can fall really fastly. When you're building and there's nothing there for you guys, like, it's not going to be as fast as you fall, because obviously you can fall a lot faster than you can build. But I'm just telling you guys, it does work in reverse as well. So, and even the last time, I want to point out to you guys something on the charts for you guys last time. My big head in the way. No, the last time we made those moves, the trend is your friend until it's not, right? The last time we skid out of the same price point where we are right now, we did it real freaking fast. See that line right there? We moved real freaking fast. Just food for thought. What do you guys think about that? What do you think about that?
I mean, it's hard to deny when the gaping hole is right in front of you, you know?
Yeah. That's so rock to keep it also. Guys, I potty brain. I'm sorry. I'm laughing. That gaping hole's right in front of you. What do? Jump in it. Guys, I do want to also point out to you guys, a lot of front running, right? We do have good things coming from Market Cipher B for Adam. RSI is clearly pointing back up. They're looking like they're trying to pinch, which just makes it like Ghostbusters when you cross the streams, right? Cross the streams. Never cross the streams, but when you cross the streams, you zap that ghost a lot harder. Then we also have a front running trigger dot, which is a green trigger dot right here, and we're in the positive money flow. Adam looking good. Dang it. Maneki Dow. Do we need to make some moves, right? We need to make some moves. We'll talk about that later. We'll talk about that later on off the stream. We don't want to keep talking about Maneki here. But yeah, that's what I got for Adam. If you guys want to see the charts, I'll post them later on today in the Discord. Join us in the Discord. And again, if you guys want to see this on the daily, Monday through Friday, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. I don't say that enough. It really, really helps us. Let's talk about Secret right now, guys. Secret, same thing. We just now popped back into the green on the daily time frame. We got that trigger dot. Not as strong with our RSIs, but they're there, right? All three signals there. We are right now, let me show you guys as well with Secret. Trying to do this with one hand. With Secret, we just rid road. This first trend line to the upside, we came down to it, stopped, and now we're coming back up to retest $1.13. We need to reclaim 113. Let me project this out a little bit. We need to retest 113 in order for us to keep marching on. I'm going to still do this as well because I'm prepared for the price movement if we do get rejected. I'm not unrealistic. This is the realistic, strong, long-term movement. Not bad, right? It's not that bad. But still, this is what I got. Short-term on averages from these wicks, and it's all been basically wicks on the higher time frames for Secret. So you got, it's hard. That's why I also do all wicks matter. But even if we were to do this and take another conservative look real quick and just run these wicks, admittingly, they're not pretty. They are not pretty at all. On averages, right? Let's just do that. Boom, boom, boom. I'm going to keep all three of those down there. Kind of janky, but I'm just going to keep it there. Again, if you guys want to see these charts, just follow us on the Discord. Come join us, IBC gang. You see the link down below. Juno, did I talk about Juno already, Bren?
No.
Let me talk about Juno because I love talking about Juno. I've been talking about Juno for forever. I told you guys in my tweet, even when I was gone looking at the arc, which was magical. We came down here, tested exactly where I wanted us to test. And I told you guys, I think that we're going to be popping soon. We're popping. We are right now trying to retest previous levels of which was just recently resistance for us. If we can do that, look, I told you guys, we can make that move to $5 real fast. And if we make that move to $5 real fast, we can easily make that move back up to $6, in between $5 and $6. Once that gets reclaimed, we can easily be marching back up to $7.49 to $10. Real fast like Clark. So again, a little bit of hopium. If it gets reversed, if I'm wrong, I'm ready for these zones all the way down. And I've been sharing it a long time. Just because price action is going there, I'm still got my capital ready. Give me more chances. Give me more chances to be even better off. And I will be. So don't overextend. Don't get super bullish and balls deep about stuff. Now's the time to think about, hey, if you can take profits on some stuff. If you haven't, you're in the best position right now. If you caught any of that on the bottom to do so. So again, please do. From this absolute bottom, which probably very little people caught, you're up 130% right now from the averages. And I did get to catch some of this. I already took profits though, but it is what it is, right? I got some of that leftover free and clear money that is still appreciating in price. So again, still winning, right? But from that bottom, you could be up 109, over 100% on spot. You don't even need to leverage. I don't even talk about that with people leveraging because I don't like it. On spot, you could take profits on Juno Swap or Osmosis with basically no fees and still be up 100%. still be up 100%. That's crazy sauce. Crazy sauce, my friends. Even from these lows, when we saw things get backtested, right? From these lows, you're up 91%. For God's sakes, please take profit. Some of it, maybe not all of it. Osmo right now, guys, stable coining it still, still flirting with 104, 107. It's trading at 107, well, actually 108 right now. But again, still trying to get over this line that I put out there for you guys, which is our current level of resistance. We're sitting right here on this white line. We need to get above it. If we can get above it, guys, not even joking. Not even joking. A lot of you guys be like, what? Osmo token, governance, DEX token, all this stuff. Not like the others. Osmo, nothing like majority of all these other DEX tokens. We could pop up to, if we stay up here, we'll ping pong into our previous resistance, which is 122, maybe. Hopefully start reclaiming it on the higher side, reclaim that section, and then pop back up to the $1.50. Next level, if we can hold where we are, 120, 125.
Dude, honestly, like Osmo might be the token in the Cosmos that I'm the most bullish on. It is not like every other DEX. Like the amount of work they're putting in during this bear and what they're going to be offering soon. Holy.
The utility is different. It's just totally different.
And the inflation rate, the rewards are down to what, like 25%, and it's going to keep going lower.
Well, and then you got thirdnings. Gosh, there's so many different tokenomics. Thirdings, right? Thirdings, halvings, thirdings.
Yeah, whatever.
We just went through one, but it'll keep getting more scarce and scarce and scarce, harder to come by with your rewards and all this other stuff. And then also like the DEX. The DEX is unlike all the other DEXs right now. Currently, like, there's going to be copycats and stuff like that. But when you talk about osmosis, like, let's be real, right? Like, there's the most pairings, the most liquidity, even at the low that it's at right now in comparison to all the others. And you can fluidly move. I told you guys before, like, what I like to look for as far as DEXs and AMMs go. I need to see a lot of pairings. I like to see APRs high, obviously in my favor. I like to see a lot of different utility on there. I like to see the ability for me to swap in and out of different variations of stables, assets, and everything in between. I love osmosis. Osmosis is really, really cool. Excuse me. And when I move, it's basically almost free. Like the fees are still next to nothing. My maids are still not here. Where are you, mates? Evmos right now, 177. I think at one point we got all the way up to like 184, 185. Looking good, looking really, really good. Not much to say right here on Market Cipher B, although the R size, which still need to formulate, still need to create, it still need to get birthed. But what we do have right now is still looking good. We're having curvature right here. A little bit too early to call it on this. This is the BitGet chart, which, whatever. But we are coming back up here to 176. We need to, actually, we're above 176 right now. Let me go to the 4 hours so we can read this a little bit better. We're coming back up here, sitting on and reclaiming this one section of the charts, which was 176. Again, if we reclaim that, let me see here. I would say if we reclaim that, find rejection at the 200 SMA, which is going to be right before $2. It's going to be 195, 196-ish. By the time that meets up, it could be like 188, 190, something like that. Look for that to be a little bit of rejection point or resistance. If we can reclaim that, we can easily pop back up to 210 to about 220. I'm going to put this right here. I'm just eyeballing. 210, 220. Because that is the average, right, of previous resistance right there. Boom. 218, 220, whatever it is. But yeah, that's what I'm looking out for. We got to see if we can hold this. If we can, we'll pop back up here, get a little bit of resistance, then we'll pop back up there.
Could you take a quick look at Kava? Someone in the chat's been asking for a while.
Yeah, I think I have. Do I have a Kava chart on here? It's been such a long time. It says the Kava. Wow. Kava, guys. Kava. This is the. Hold on. Let me do the daily. Kava actually. You know what? We used to cover Kava a lot on this channel. For things, right? Things just got us caught up and whatnot.
And then they rugged us, right?
Yeah. Well, they didn't rug me. I made money. Like, it's like whatever. But yeah, they brought some pain. Some things.
I don't know. The discussions I've had with osmosis mods, kind of turned me off to their platform.
Yeah, but I do want to remind you guys, like, what they had Sushi Swap. coming over. They have this big incentive. I don't know all the ins and outs of all this stuff, but like they have a lot of stuff that they're working on there. It's not my favorite place. But I mean, you can't deny the, sorry, I thought that was my stuff right there. It's not, it's easy staking. They tweeted something. Juno trading is now live on Kraken apparently. Bada bing, bada boom. Should I run downstairs, Maneki, and buy another 2K? Let me know now in the chat. But anyway, from this low to where we're at right now, that's 54%. That's a nice little move. I don't know if you want me to chart this. It's kind of like a, let's just do this. I like to go by wicks. You do you, I do me, whatever. But again, that's what we got there. Yeah, I would look at this as more of a slow and steady move than anything. And let me put out some key levels of resistance real quickly for you. I could do this on a using Fibonacci's, but I'm not going to. Let's just say I'm not even going to go from that top. That's your level right there. Realistically, you can see it came down here, you know, hit the bodies of those candles there, wick down to there. Watch that to hold up. Yeah, it's a funny chart. I have to tilt my head to look at it. But I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't know really what else to do with that than maybe give you something like that. I don't know. I don't even know real, like, honestly, I don't know where to put it. Look at that price action is so freaking weird. I'd have to actually sit there. I'm going to put it there. I'm going to put it right there, which it's funny because, like, look at that. That's the golden pocket right there. And it's sitting right on that white line that I just made. So if it comes on there, look for support. If it comes on there, look at that. It comes on to the 786, look for that. But then again, if that cuts, if it breaks below this, then your trend is over. So that's the ultimate place I would look at. I would look at the golden pocket right here. And then I would also look at, you know, right here on the charts. If that breaks, then it's, you know, going to continue. I don't think I have anything else on the traditional charts for trading view. Oh, no. Yeah, we talked about Evmos, right? We talked about Evmos. Yep. Let's go into... Oh, I'm sorry. Is there anything also as well that you guys want me to cover that I'm missing in here as well? Let me know. I do want to bring this up because I did it and like I haven't discussed it. Again, I haven't even really done anything with this. Just yesterday actually was the first time I started getting rewards from this. Remember I did the 10K challenge where it was like, let's just see if I had $1,000 like 3 months ago. I think it's been a little over, like maybe it's been 3 months. God, it feels like a year now. But we did a 10K challenge where it was admittedly, and I actually got the blessings or the okay. I wasn't trying to steal the idea because Cryptocito did a 10K challenge, but he only bought like certain assets. And what I wanted to do for the people, since I had it, was take $1,000, 10,000, and split it up amongst 10 different assets, you know, equally $1,000 a piece, and invest into them so that people could realistically see with everything. Especially, this is a really good learning lesson, right? This is a super good learning lesson. People could realistically see how these assets hold up in comparison to other IBC related assets within the Cosmos ecosystem. And I'm going to tell you right now, it got hammered. I did not reposition. I left it alone because I told you guys, like, I wasn't going to touch this, right? Like, it was just stake it, compound, set it, forget it, let people see how it plays out over a long term so that they can get a better idea. Because I used to get, and I still get it sometimes, but I used to get questions all the time. If you had $500, what would you ape into? If you had $1,000, what would you ape into? And I was like, that's basically where the idea came from. It was like, well, I have $10,000 that I can play around with right now. Why don't I just take 10 assets in the IBC and buy $1,000 and let people see how it would fare in comparison to each other without doing anything else? No degenning, no liquidity pools, nothing like that. Just stake it if it could be staked, or set it and forget it and see how it turns out in 3 months. It got murdered, but it's all good. It was for science. It's for the IBC gang. And I want to show you guys what realistically held up the best in comparison to the rest. Okay. Now we know which ones did the worst, right? Let me go ahead and show it to you guys. This is the portfolio. Let me actually refresh this real quick. This is the portfolio. We started with $10,000. We're at a net loss of 82%. Well, not really, because I can't, there's a couple of them here that's not actually being tracked very well. Or it is, but like it wasn't tracked very well. That like Neta and all that other stuff. Back when I bought it. So it is actually a little bit above. It's actually the realistic total balance that I have right now is like $2,000, I think. But yeah, it got destroyed. And like you can see right here, this is the worst one. How the F, by the way, Terra screwed us all so bad that even though I invested $1,000, I somehow am down $1,000.92. I am literally negative in that. How the hell does that happen?
It's the cost for psychological damage.
Yeah, it's the kick in the nuts after the fact. Not even a whole dollar, just 92 cents. I'm just gonna kick you in the nuts after the fact. Oh, you liked it? There, take that. So yeah. So obviously, right? Terra, the worst out of all of them. What was the next worst one? The next worst one was Sif Chain, which we talked about Sif Chain a lot before too, right? Like I actually, thankfully, was able to get out for a lot of different things with Sif Chain that I was doing at the time. They had like their, what was it called? Ascension program and all this other stuff. Like, so I always say, you gotta be fluid. You guys gotta be able to react and call them. But for this side of things, I just left $1,000 in there. You know, the $10,000 challenge, the $1,000 I was invested in there just to show comparison. It is down 92.66% from when I actually invested into it. Whew. That hurts so bad. It hurts so bad. Can you just go back up to 10 cents, please? Something. Go up to a cent. Please. Just a cent.
Devs, do something.
Do something, devs. Yeah, can we get the devs to do PMTP? Yeah.
What happened to Nomad? I missed when she would pop in and update us on Sif Chain. She's just disappeared.
Yeah, well, I'm sure she had a lot on her plate too. So,
yeah.
And then we had Stargaze. We all love Stargaze, right? Stargaze is actually down 87.4% in comparison to all the other ones. So it was our third worst asset to buy at that time. Whatever. Osmosis again, down 87 or Osmo, I should say, down 87.08%, a total of $869 from out of $1,000 from when I bought it. Juno held up better, only down 82.09 only, right? Technically down $819 from where I bought it. Neta down $813, 81%. Persistence, crazy enough, right? Down 78.63%. Secret down 77.77% totally right now. Crow, which was still amazing as well, down 69.85. The best one that you could possibly buy, the Atom token, down 63.31%. Only down out of all of them, $632.66. So obviously the proof is in the pudding. It's right there in front of you guys. Even with, because it wasn't enough amounts to, like some Juno, right? Juno did kind of hedge a little bit. You could get a little bit for that, but still it wasn't enough to where it was, even with the staking, able to generate enough to combat the downwards pressure with that low amount, that $1,000 a piece. So if you just had $1,000, your best bet, lo and behold, would have been buying Atom. It's right there in front of you guys. Right there in front of you guys. These were like, oh yeah, these are for the little airdrops that, you know, maybe were there. Yeah. But like, I'm not taking out like the degenny stuff, that the extra airdrops, straight price appreciation or depreciation, obviously would have been Atom. So again, why I call Atom my favorite child in the Cosmos space, in the IBC, it's because it is. It's my favorite child. It performs best. But yeah,
And
I will. I didn't do it.
have you been claiming and compounding the rewards, or what? Like,
Not actively. Like I said, not actively. I didn't do that actively at all. Like I did that just yesterday, and still, like if you hold on 1 second, let me do it over here. I'll actually show you guys.
yeah, curious to see
Yeah,
how this
let me show you guys the actual wallet, because choo 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 choo.
Like, surely you must have an extra $3 of SIF chain from 4 months of compound.
Oh yeah, like yeah. Like there was a little bit, right? Yeah, see, but like here's the comparison, right? Like it's not much. At that, you only have $1,000. It's realistically not that much. So you can see right here, this is the IBC study one, right? It's only with I just claimed it yesterday with everything, and you can see it all broken down right here. It's only up from this chart, not even $100. This is not including like any kind of like weird airdrops that it was privileged to and all this other stuff, but yeah.
Hey, actually, the SIF chain, I think it looks like you got an extra $20 or so, 20, $25.
Yeah.
That's something.
Yeah. I mean, well, again, but it does go back and it does show you guys, again, the whole purpose of it, right? Like I was willing to sacrifice. Again, I do a lot of damn sacrificing in this freaking place sometimes. I don't really realize it that I'm doing it sometimes. But I sacrificed $10,000 and I said it like, it could all go to zero. I'm cool with it at that time to show everybody realistically the answer to the questions I was getting all the time was like, which one would you suggest I ape into? Obviously Adam. And let me just say, Adam performed the best, and it would have gave you, if there was any airdrops, more likely than not, the higher chances of getting those airdrops being in the Cosmos ecosystem. Like obviously the ones right now would probably be like Cosmos or Atom and Juno, really for the airdrop factor of things. But like we went through airdrop season, right? Just recently, it would have definitely been Cosmos. So again, mission accomplished for this one. Now I just got to sit on this thing for the long haul and see what happens with it. I'm still not going to move it. Like we're going to use this as a test to see what happens for the holders that just hold. We'll see. It's going to be real interesting when the next bull market starts. Where's that's going to be? It's going to be really hard to really account for the Terra section of this chart because frickin' Terra. But yeah, we'll see. We'll just leave it there. We'll just leave it there. Whatever. Oh no, I don't want to connect. We'll talk real quickly about some of the other things I'm seeing here. Let me see some of these tokens and osmosis, guys. Wow. Just even staying on point, still talking about things. Maybe I rambled a little bit. We're still at 10:35 right now. Evmos up 9.23%. We already talked about that though. Show me all. Kuji up 3.5. Guys, what are you guys Super Bowl? Oh, T-Grad still making that move, guys. Up 8.2%. Holy crappy no. P-Stake up. What's up at P-Stake? Oh, let's talk about that. What's up at P-Stake? And I know Rama was in here. Yep, Rama's still there. CMDX Mantle. Rama, I know it's late. If you want to, you can jump in here. Tell us what the heck happened yesterday. Oh, look at P-Stake up. Look at this chart. Ooh, excuse me.
Rama was comparing the weapon. God damn it! Sorry.
Rough. Shaggy.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah, you're fine. Dude. You're fine. Killer, shut up, Killer. They killed Killer P. I'm just
Hello.
Hey, what's up, man?
How you doing?
Doing well. If you don't mind, I know it's pretty. Is it late or early for you? It's late, isn't it?
It's 1:36. I think Robbo and I are about to chuck up a spaces. Not right now, but like in a little bit. So
okay. Well,
about
what happened last night? I couldn't join because obviously I was crashed out. But like, what happened? What's going on with Comdex and PSIC? What did they say?
yeah. So it's recorded on Terra Spaces or Eric's page. It'll be up for those who want to go into the finer details. I would say that if you listen to the Mantle Spaces call, it was not a lot different than the Mantle call. I would say less prepared and organized, and I would say that they were probably a bit more unexpected on some of the lines of questioning and struggled to provide adequate responses to a significant amount of the questions that we had. Specifically on the article, they kind of just openly admitted to doing some form of market making activity, gave them an opportunity to tell us if that was someone that was just sitting at a desk in their office, like Mantle did, and there was radio silence.
So that made yes.
Yeah, so, we didn't learn a lot more than what we already knew.
Yeah.
We simply, like, the only reason the Spaces call existed was because after initially declining it, after I put the proposal up on Commonwealth, they decided that they would like to have a Spaces call to talk. So we obliged. We could have just said no, we already had your chance. But we thought, hey, that would be rude. Let's give them an opportunity to kind of bring something to the table. And I feel like they didn't really do that. They, again, similar to Asset Mantle, said that there will be a number of things that they're looking to change and some information that they're looking to provide to the community to regain trust and rebuild trust. So are we looking for that stuff? Personally, I won't be actively looking for them or chasing them up to post it. I think that, that's the responsibility of the community. After kind of I do the proposal stuff, I want to kind of step away from it a bit. But
what is stuff about Audit 1?
Yeah, we kind of talked about Audit 1 just a little bit with regards to the validators and why Audit 1's like the number one validator on the Comdex chain. They basically said they helped stand up the chain. And when we kind of questioned them a little bit more around like, how does that justify being number one rank on the chain?
Yeah.
They didn't really give us a clear answer. So,
So they're basically getting massive delegations from Comdex because they were there and they propped up the chain.
Bro, it's just...
From
and
my
it's the same with
understanding-
Asset Mantle, and it's the same with DVPN, and it's the same with like if you want to go into the details, like go look at like the Zenscape. Sorry, I want to make sure that I get the name right because there's two Zen type validators. The Comdex validator, I'm fairly certain it's. Let me just open it up.
I think the Comdex one might be Zenscape, and I think the other one might be ZenChain.
Yeah, there's a community-based one. I think it's Zen Chain
with a nice lady and her husband.
Yeah, so Zenscape is Comdex. Okay. So Zenscape Validator is now ranked 87 on Osmosis. And I've looked at some of the delegators to that address, and they link back to Comdex.
What is the affiliation?
Yeah, they link back to Comdex. So like the only reason, or one of the only reasons why Zenscape, which is Comdex, is active on the Osmosis validator set is because they delegate to themselves. And where did they find, approximately, let's say, 387,000 Osmosis to delegate to themselves?
Also, I was going to mention, what is this affiliation with Binance all these guys have? It seems like Binance has fingers in all of them in various ways. I'm not really sure how, but... And they also, I was seeing Kevin post something about Binance having 2 validators on the Cosmos Hub, which I don't even know if is allowed.
Yeah.
Man.
So, I do need to drop off for the Spaces. Robo's just fired it up. But if do you do these tomorrow night?
I can do these tomorrow as well. It's usually I don't, but I'm looking to do.
Yeah, no. If you don't do it. Like I'm not going to be like, hey, let's spin one up. But even through the week, if we do one, feel free to. If you shoot me a night, I'll stay up a bit later, and I'm happy to come and jump on and shoot the shit. And,
I would like to do. No, it's fine. I would like. I would actually. I'll contact you because I do want to do a dedicated one to get down and show more people this information.
Yep. Yeah. No worries. Like happy to jump on. I still need to kind of decide whether I put a camera on or whatever. But I don't think I don't know if I want to dox myself currently with the current situation I'm in.
Don't worry about it, man. We can just do it the same way. But cool, man. Cool.
Yeah, sweet. Yeah, so that's kind of the gist of it. Kind of just to kind of wrap it up. The Comdex proposal will be going on chain over the next few days. Asset Mantle will be following it shortly after. Community will get to decide, and I'll respect whatever the community decides,
Yep.
and the
you guys going
validators
to-
decide on how they want to vote.
Yep.
Because at the end of the day, that's
node and do persistence also.
yeah. So
Yeah, we'll let the people decide after we put out the information. I'm gonna make sure that they know that that's out there and what it's all about on this channel. And then again, yeah, we'll just let the people decide, and we'll let that happen.
that's it.
Yep.
Cool. All right. Talk
Cool.
soon.
I'll talk to you later.
Thanks. Bye.
But yeah, talking about going into, I saw in the chat a lot of people talking about Huobi, right? What was that Huobi one on?
Huobi, yeah. They were listing Juno or something. I forget.
Give me 1 second, guys. If you guys don't mind, Brent, let me see. I think I hear somebody downstairs. I swear, nobody ever calls me. Hopefully they're not just sitting there. 1 second. Might be my maids. First world problems. Hold on.
Sure. So looks like Juno's trading for $5 on Kraken right now. What do you think about that, Grits?
I think I need to get more. But yeah, is Huobi like the one that's trading Juno also? I forget.
Dude, honestly, like I've said multiple times with Tank, like I have not been keeping up with the market. Everything for me in crypto.
I've used Huobi a couple times. They were okay. But I don't really like trusting exchanges like that. It's like, I don't know, you're across the world and I have no idea who you people are.
I feel the same way about KuCoin, even though KuCoin gives you access to so many of these micro.
Isn't KuCoin from the US?
No, KuCoin is Singapore, as far as I'm aware. That's why it doesn't require.
Wait, maybe I'm thinking of Kraken. Kraken's from the US, I think.
Yeah, Kraken's in the US.
Yeah, I always get those two mixed up. I'm like, which one is the scam one again?
I have not unstaked my Comdex citation because I honestly didn't have too much to begin with, so I was just like, whatever.
I have like 100 coins. I wanted to increase it to 1,000, but I want to see, like, the only thing, honestly, like, regardless of all the trading and whatever, that can all be fixed. You know, other projects have fixed it before. It's just as long as they come out with some product. That's what I'm waiting for.
Right.
If they like launch something, then I'll throw down some more money. That's what I'm waiting for.
Well, for Comdex?
Yeah.
Like
all that stuff can be fixed and it's whatever, but you know, like as long as they launch something. And that's the theme, like it's if we build stuff or when, and they keep changing it, and now they're offering an airdrop for staking, and it's like red flag after red flag. It's like we need a product of some kind, and
Yeah, I'm the
at
same
least
way.
they released their GitHub, right?
Yeah.
But you know, anything can be fucking faked. Apparently, you saw that like whole that whole article I showed you with that one or two dudes like faking an entire dev team, basically.
Yeah, can be done. Definitely can be done. I'm definitely. I don't want to say I'm not fighting them, but I have my opinions about Comdex and all these other ones. But I still want to see Synthetics. I still want to see their platform get launched. I still hold true to what I said earlier about their testnet. It was nice. It was smooth. It was great. But like, I'm real. I'm not gonna hold any punches back or anything like that. And when I see weird stuff, I'm gonna call it out. Like if it makes sense, I'm calling it out. But yeah, so
you heard the spaces last night with Rama and stuff. I mean, I personally lost all hope in them because they couldn't even answer some questions that Kevin and Rama were bringing up about like AMMs and stuff, and it just seemed super unprofessional. Like they didn't even know the guy or the team that they hired to do the quote unquote wash trading.
Because you didn't hire anybody is what it sounds like to me. Like, bro, I'm serious. Like business decisions, I would know all of this stuff. Like you can what? Anyway, but again, that's just our opinions. That's just our concerns. We're gonna voice them. We have rights too, right? We're the Cosmos ecosystem. You, me, like I always tell you guys, we're the thing that makes this wheel turn, right? We're the hamsters on this wheel. The wheel's nothing without us. Like really, our liquidity. We have the rights to say these things and voice them. Do not be shamed into anything. You have absolutely every right to voice your concern or your thoughts about something.
What do you think about what Opa said? Are we going to talk about Maneki at the end of this? Or
Yeah, we'll talk about it real quickly. I do want to bring up just a couple of things real quickly. Real quickly, guys. So this is really interesting, right? I don't want to get into this whole Democratic Republican stuff, but it matters when you're talking about money. You have to be in politics a little bit. Democrats secure breakthrough on 700 billion economic bill. Be in the know. Find out what that's all about. I'm not going to waste too much time about, but that is going to directly affect a lot of things. We'll see, right? Anyway. We have Hua and Fortius Economia dropping the bombs again. They're going to be opening up their castle. Pretty interesting topic. I don't have their thread thing here or wherever their Medium article was, but they're going to have an airdrop for people that were still, they call them residents of the castle. Basically, people that got trapped in the castle and just said it wasn't worth doing anything. But they got airdrops for them. They got airdrops for Hua holders. The Hua one, didn't it already get snapshot, or was it no? I think it already did. I'll have to look for it later. This is one of my favorite. Watch out for your cornhole. But yeah, so again, I have nothing to lose. I'm gonna go see what's up in the castle again. Let's go play, guys. I know a lot of you guys are like, oh, the castle. Let's go. Again, we just want to remind you guys of our friends yesterday from Traders. They showed us some really cool. If you guys saw, they actually have. I don't know, like it's such an honor to have the IBC community, the IBC gang logo in some of these, like when Knots and like all of our friends, and they put them in these NFTs. Like it's so, like, obviously, right? Like I think that's so cool. If you guys don't know, let me show you guys real quickly. It was one of them, right? Where was it at? Let me show it because it was cool. I thought it was cool.
By
really
the way,
cool.
Tank, the snapshot was last month for Hua stakers on the 27th.
Cool, because I didn't do anything with that. And awesome. Like, look at that.
Castle residents, the snapshot hasn't been taken yet, apparently.
Yeah. So if you're still there, This was so cool though. The IBC gang logo on the poster board, so cool. So cool. I want that so bad. If anybody gets that, give it to me, please. I want it. So yeah, and then we're excited to see what Loop is doing. We're excited to see what the number of platforms are doing right now. I do want to discuss, but it's a long stream already, to be honest with you. But I did want to discuss the Huobi situation where they actually have multiple validators, Sybil attacking basically the ecosystem, which is insane. What do you guys think about that? Please call it Chihuahua, Mr. Hua. I did it again, Striker. I did it again. Damn it.
Hua. That's a cute Hua you have there.
Fuck you guys. I can't. It's like Ron Burgundy. When I see it up there, like I'm going to read what's on the prompt. Damn it. Who put that on there again? You know Ron Burgundy reads what's on there. Yeah, it's but yeah, there's a lot of stuff happening right now. I do want to quickly let's just really quickly let's touch base real quickly on Maneki. I'm probably gonna try to stray away from doing this on the streams. Only every once in a while I'll give updates, obviously because we have our own thing, and I do want to kind of separate, even though it is one and the same. Unless you guys absolutely want me to do this every single time in the back of these streams, it's your guys' call. But I do kind of want to maybe separate it just a little bit because I don't want to feel people are excluded or like they're talking about Maneki again. We did make a couple of moves with our Maneki DAO the other day, or today, early this morning. Again, I'm humbled by your guys' support. There was a, let me bring it up here actually. It's up there, right? If I just look up Maneki. Did you put up the tweets? The tweets? The tweets? Okay. So
I didn't put any details in there though.
Cool. Yeah, we're gonna leave that on. By the way, guys, we've taken the stance to where we'll give updates, like if there's something, but we're not gonna give individual details, because it's our private community, right? Like it's you guys want buy Maneki, but we will put up updates so you guys can follow along on the Maneki Twitter handle, whenever there's something of interest or something has happened, but we will not get into the details because they don't need to know our secret sauce, right? Like, it's our secret sauce. If you want a secret sauce, come buy the secret sauce. That's all I'm saying. Like, you guys, it's for you guys. But anyway, we actually did do some moves, and we are up right now. We are up. And I apologize. It was fast. The last one was for a 12-hour voting period was fast. But again, a lot of these, as we are developing, as we're figuring stuff out, right, we have noticed that we need to be able to react fast. We need to be able to respond to things really, really quickly. I actually brought up, and I don't want to I'm not trying to convince anybody, but it's the actual factual, right? Like, when I was bringing this up or discussing it with the very few people that were able to actually join us in the Discord or in the voice chat at the time of our concerns, I was saying, I really thought, even in the streams, that I think that we're going to be seeing price appreciation really fast. We went from $10. We went just the other day from $9 something cents to almost $11. I really wanted to be able to execute some of these trades really quickly. And that is part of the reason why I wanted, it wasn't me that put it out there, but I had some input in there. But part of the reason why I agreed that it should be a shorter time frame for now. Ultimately, yes, with other investments, maybe things that aren't out just yet, that we have a lot more time to do, some of those can be extended. The things that need to be extended are fine. We can extend things, but things that need to be done quickly need to be kind of done quickly. So that was part of the reason. And thankfully, even though we're basically right now, we were up a short minute ago, we're in a really good spot. And I'm going to be DCing with that $20,000 that we decided upon, $10,000 split amongst equally, doing the way that I DCA into things, right? We got our first feeler buys out there, our first little fly fishing buy for the Manekis out there. 100% of that's already staked. So we're building our long-term bags here, guys. We're building a foundation for our capital to grow long-term. So we have gotten the ball rolling, and throughout the day, throughout the weekend, I will be continuously, actively, proactively putting out content for you guys in the DAO or in our Discord for the DAO holders. And I will be consistently looking for good entry points, especially if we see price go down to points where I think are going to be good buy areas, buying 3 more times, hopefully here in the next short couple of days. When that happens, I will always inform people 100% transparently and proactively of what those moves are. You guys already have the addresses, so you guys will always be able to see that. And we are going to be growing long term. Again, power to the people, good fortune to the Maneki holders, power and fortune to the cosmos in entirety. Everybody that's down for the long haul, drop in, because it's going to be one hell of a ride. There's people selling, I get it, but I don't think you know what you're selling. So it is what it is. We do have other things to work on, guys. Still, I would like to see maybe a proposal to where we buy floors of the Maneki. I think we should buy up the floor if they are unrealistic floor prices on Stargaze for Maneki, and then burn those things. Sacrifice a little to gain more for everybody long term. But that's up to everybody else. Or some kind of way where we take royalties and then we get rid of some of these Manekis, some of these, I don't want to say
yeah, you could do it either
non-believers. There's a lot of different ways, but we need to have proposals.
Yeah, you could do either a 5% allocation of the pool to do buyback and burn, or you could do off the fees from the rewards to go into a pool to do buybacks and burns instead, to whichever way.
Yeah, I will say with the fees and stuff like that, there is some other concerns, which we'll have a space. We'll talk about it maybe in the voice chat and stuff like that. I won't go into too much detail right now, but there are some concerns that I have long-term about us saving small fractions of all transactions that we do in order for us to build up a fee bag or a transaction bag or a tax bag. Because if you guys don't know, and you guys aren't thinking about that, we need to account for that, guys. We need to account for that. So I will bring that up. We'll talk about that.
Got to be some development.
You
got to pay for development.
Yep. And we also got to pay for the good old Uncle Sam that's always going to be hounding us, right? So, yeah. Anyway, that's the stream for today. Kind of longer. We still hit about 11 o'clock like always. I'm really loving these streams where we get back to the grassroots of what this channel is all about, giving food for thought about what's happening in our ecosystem and even outside of our ecosystem, that being the Cosmos ecosystem. I really, really appreciate each and every one of you guys. Hopefully you guys are finding this stuff really, really intriguing, or at least it's giving you guys some food for thought for you guys to munch on with your own investment strategy. If you guys want to follow us, please do so by hitting that like button, subscribing to the channel, telling your mama, tell your auntie, tell your brother, tell your sister. Come follow us on YouTube, subscribing, hit that little bell notification. It really helps us out tremendously. And then also, I humbly request and ask of you guys, if you're not trolly people, come join us in our Discord. The link is down below, IBC gang. Just because you don't hold a Maneki doesn't mean that you can't be part of the IBC gang. We're pretty active people there. We're all looking and trying to work for the same thing, which is profits in our portfolios. So we're just giving food for thought for people. We're bouncing off ideas off each other. We're not financial advisors, but we do what we do, and we try to share the best insight, the best food for thought, the best content transparently here in the IBC gang. So if you guys like that, if you guys want to be part of a true grassroots, true group of people that are not trying to feed off of you, not trying to give you BS, and are in the trenches with you, I humbly request and ask if you guys come join us, man. Hit that subscribe button. Follow us on Discord. Follow us on Twitter too. With that being said, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Peace, love, happiness. Take profits when profits are there. Enjoy your weekend. I'm going to be hounding you guys on Discord though. Bye.
Peace.